Who's in the house? Yolanda. It's on. It's on. It's on and poppin'. ATL. Love and Hip Hop. Season 3. Episode 1. Didn't give me a lot of life, but it gave me enough to talk about. So let's get it on and poppin'. Popcorn on deck. Jocelyn and Stephen at their new house, living the good life, eating breakfast and chopping it up. Now, I know y'all husband and wife are so-called because people already questioning, is it real that y'all got married? But do y'all have to go to the same barber? I'm just saying, what's going on with the lines on the side? And I know things come back, pro back, come back. But anyway, I ain't gonna dig in on them. But they was talking about having a Scorpio, sexy Scorpio party, which they will not be representing for all the Scorpios, because I'm a Scorpio in the house. Their birthday must be in October or something. Because I'm a November Scorpio. And it is a difference. They might be on the cusp. I don't know. But anyway, let's pick this up. We're talking about Kirk. Then they move over to Kirk and Rashida, and they give everybody a few little minutes in the introduction so you can catch up with what everybody been up to and introducing the new cast members. But Kirk and Rashida, they talked about having baby Carter, and Rashida talking about the things that she was enduring, with a pregnancy, with the pneumonia, and had to have a C-section, and different complications. But maybe it was me, but I could have swore when Rashida gave Kirk that baby and he was holding that baby kind of side-eyed Kirk. But it probably was me. He was probably like, yeah, give me a while. I'm going to get you together. Keep doing my mama like you're doing her. But then it switches over to Mimi and Nico. This is sad. Now, I previously, kind of gave my views on, Mimi and Nico. And I was kind of trying to defend my girl. I was trying to just kind of be not so much on her side, but make a point that, women have always made some type of mistakes. And, the main thing people is saying is, she got to think she have a baby and what this going to do to her baby. She not the only one that made a sex video that had a child, or whether you had a child before the video, after the video, or during the video, the tape will never go nowhere. So, using the point about her having a child, and she should, should have thought about that at first, because people have always done stuff in the bedroom. Not that I'm going to say that she didn't know that this was being taped and videoed and they didn't set this up. This is all orchestrated and scripted. Y'all have to remember that, because from the footage I saw that was, leaked out on the world wide hip hop whatever.com, y'all know everybody done seen that little 45-second clip. That's not your normal everyday homemade video. That was a production. Somebody had lighting and cameras action. It was somebody holding that tape and all that. But we're going to get to that because we get to the Nico talking about somebody stole the camera. that it was on. But did you catch even in the beginning? Now we're on the outside looking in, so we can see and hear what this boy said. But she was sitting out in living color. Did she not hear him comment about how he gonna exploit her? But she ain't paying attention. Cause you gotta remember, this the best sex she ever had. See, that's a problem right there. A relationship is more than just sex. If you don't have no other substance, no communication, no other kind of vibe or going on, it's gonna be what you make of it, and that's all it's gonna be. You know, Stevie played her for 15 years, never married her, made her look like a fool. So she's drawn to that type of energy in a man. Nico have seen this throughout the years, and she got to be a fool for somebody, so let me go and pimp her some. She is just one of those, and she is not the only female out here that's like that. They get caught up in these relationships and caught up in the wrong aspects of a man. I'm not even going to involve the child and all of that into it, because young women have made decisions not in the best interest of their child or themselves at the time. We've all made some type of mistakes. I'm not going to get into that, but if she think that this whole exploiting this video gonna give her the kind of status that like Kim Kardashian or somebody didn't learn, she better think again that it's not gonna happen. But I just didn't understand how she bashed Jocelyn all last season and talked about how stupid she was and how Jocelyn was stigmatized. And well, you sitting up here turning around bragging about this the best sex you ever had, and now this dude done played you. You about in the same boat. So I know this is definitely a money thing, money making scheme, and maybe her cleaning business ain't doing too well. I don't know, but let's hurry and move it along. They quickly show Waka Flocka, he the new cast, him and his old lady, and he talking about, he got the tattoos on his hand to try to remind him that's where a ring need to be. The only thing that's gonna remind you where a ring need to be is to put a ring on it. Your hand is already covered up in tattoos. How you gonna remember? But anyway, moving on. Then they got Scrappy and Bambi. The whole crazy thing about Scrappy and Bambi, the whole thing about Scrappy is, if you haven't learned anything from his relationship with Erica, you have to know and you have to understand Scrappy is not the settling monogamous type. He just not gonna do that. And it took Erica how many years to really realize that from the other relationships he was with. Then he was with Shay, now he with Bambi. Then further on in the season, it's going to be another and another. Come on now. Scrappy, he's just not a committed type of person. And Bambi about to find that out. But anyway, then they move on to Arian and Erica and Mimi. That's when they all meet up, and she trying to juice it up, this sex tape thing. And she trying to, justify the difference between being stigmatized and having great sex. Baby, that's gonna be another video. But even Erica and them know that, or Ariane, whoever her name, said, this girl is not the brightest. Mimi have an attractive look about her, and she knows how to carry herself a certain way, but she trash. By her actions. I ain't just gonna run around calling nobody trash. Her actions. The main things that you judged Jocelyn on, you doing the same thing. And you still ain't married. At least Jocelyn did. Whether she proposed to Stevie, she bought the ring, she probably paid for the marriage license and everything else, but at least she did something and let it took you 15 years and the only thing you got out of it was a baby. And at least she seemed to be doing a little better than you in these 3 years than you did in the 15. That's all I'm saying. No hate on Jocelyn, Horseline, whatever they call her. But then they move on to Debbie. They bring Debbie in. I mean, Debbie's always had cameo shots, and Rashida has always went to her for, professional advice, and this time it's more on a personal note and everything, and Rashida, is giving her, relationship advice or whatever. Then it switches on back over to Nico and Mimi. This one, he drops the bomb on her about how the camera allegedly got stolen, and this is the camera that allegedly they taped their experience on. It's kind of like what my son was saying. See, what had happened was that tape probably got stolen, or it ain't get stolen. Nico shot that tape around to the Vivid place or whoever the place that bought it. And what they had said was since y'all comfortable with the camera, let us shoot maybe a better quality video, and then leak it out. And that probably, by how it happened. So then we move on. Then they show a scene with bar one, which is Peter's bar from Housewives of Atlanta. Did you see Peter bite that peach last night on the Real Housewives of Atlanta reunion part 3? I ain't trying to, mush all the shows together, but I didn't review Housewives of Atlanta because I didn't start doing the tape till almost the end of the season, and I just didn't see the reason in doing all that. But baby, they was at bar one, Mama D trying to get her swerve on with the bartender, can you buy me a drink? And Scrappy walked up on my mama in a situation over here. Mama D was trying to get her mac on. She actually looked better than she had in the other seasons, but Mama D is a little behind the times. She's still in that mentality, pimping ain't dead. Although it's not, because you got Nico pimping Mimi like this is a new career for him. And Scrapper bring Bambi, and Mama D did exactly what she wanted to do. She wanted to just plant that seed in that girl's head, talking about eggs, and Scrapper gonna always have an egg in the basket, and Scrapper say, I'm like Scooby-Doo. Oh, what is my mama talking about? Eggs in a basket, and baskets come from birds, and I don't know what my mama talking about. Let me hurry and get up out of here. But before she did, she made it known to Bambi that I know you got another nigga over in LA, and that you using my son to try to get to where you trying to be. But long story short, her purpose was served, because I'll be damned if next time you seen Bambi and Scrappy, that girl was riding a bicycle to his house. VH1 couldn't rent that girl no car. And Bambi ain't got no car. And how far she stay from Scrappy? Because why she just can't stay with him if they supposedly... This how we know it's scripted. That's how we know we set this up, because see the way the scene was, looked like Scrapper was already on the phone. And that's another reason why he didn't want to give her that phone, because if she would have just looked at last call or last text, he'd have been busted. And he did all that. But I feel y'all don't play that checking my phone stuff. Especially we ain't in the same household. We ain't. That boy couldn't say he loved her. And she turned around like a damn fool and say, but I love you. Are you kidding me? Where they do that at? ATL, because they don't do that in, well, I ain't gonna say they ain't do it in Houston, but they don't do it in this room right here. I'm gonna say this room. I can't speak for my whole house. But then they talk about Kirk and Rashida. That's so scripted. With Kirk don't want Rashida mama kissing the baby in the mouth. And nigga, you constantly talking about this girl cheating on you, but you was in a jacuzzi with some trash. Matter of fact, in a jacuzzi with Bambi and Benzino and some more trash girls, and not Bambi, scrappy woman. See how this I know Atlanta's small. Atlanta is small. But anyway, this episode didn't give me everything. It gave me enough. But see, Mimi couldn't go to the party. So she sent her spies, Ariana and Erica. And because Ariana is just, is more to her. I'm going to pick that up as we go along. But you know, they grilling Jocelyn about what day she got married and where did they get married, and they got documentation and all this stuff. But like I said, I'm going to wrap this up for now because the episode was alright. It didn't give me everything, considering how long I've been waiting for it to come back and all the promoting they've been doing on it. But it was enough. It was enough. So I look forward to next week. You know, they show that super trailer and everything look juicy. But we know that's probably all the episodes, a clip out of each episode. So every week you're going to have to watch to see another clip. But until then, next time, who's in the house? Yolanda. I'll see y'all. Y'all have a good one. Bye-bye.